What's up guys, Jonny May here, and welcome to this week's quick tip where I'm going to address what I think is one of the most common challenges for piano students, and that is rhythm. And if you struggle with your rhythm, this is actually one of the most common problems for piano students, and it's actually quite sad because you could spend a lot of time learning really cool chords and scales, but if you don't have rhythm, then your playing is going to sound very choppy and not very smooth. And so in today's lesson, I want to teach you what I think is the best rhythm exercise. And after you go through this exercise, rhythm is going to feel totally different to you. It's going to make sense, and you're going to find that your playing has way more of a flow to it. So we're going to dive right into this lesson. And the first point is that most students do not struggle with rhythm because they cannot play on the beat. Meaning, if you have like a chord like a C like this, right? And you're just playing on the beat, that's not a problem for most students. The problem with rhythm is that many students struggle to play in between the beats. So here's a quick on the beat example. I just played this C add 2, right? And you might play it on every beat like that, or you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Most students can do this. But where I see a lot of students struggle is if they play something like this. Right? Way more groovy, way more challenging to play. So what's the difference between the earlier example, this, and then what I just played? Well, the big difference is in that the first example, I'm playing chords on the beats, but in the second example, I'm actually dividing each beat into 4. Meaning if we have 4 beats in the measure and you're dividing it into 4, you have 16 different points in the measure which you could play. So here's what I mean. If you take your C add 2 chord and you divide it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, you can take each one of those 4 beats and divide those into 4 beats each. So now you actually have 16 different points that you could play in your measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? These are called 16th notes, and you could count them each as their own rhythmic point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, or you could count them based on the 4 main beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is where I see students struggle, is they struggle to play on these in-between beats, and the technical name for these beats, they're called subdivisions, okay? So this is, in my opinion, the key to mastering rhythm, is really understanding how to play on your subdivisions and mastering different exercises that help you grab each one of those subdivisions. Now, 99% of music that you're going to play, popular music, jazz, blues, funk, R&B, 99% of this music is going to be divided generally into one of 2 different types of subdivisions. Even subdivisions and odd subdivisions, okay? Now we're going to get to the exercise in a minute, but this is really important. You got to understand this before we dive into the exercise. Even subdivisions are when you divide each beat into 2 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are called 8th notes. And so typically in a measure of music, you'll have 8 different rhythmic points to play on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other type of even subdivision are what are called 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And for this subdivision, you're dividing each beat into 4, so now you have 16 different rhythmic points in the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The other type of subdivision you're going to have are what are called odd subdivisions. And this is where you divide each beat into 3. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? These are called triplets, and I'm basically dividing each beat into 3, and in one measure of music, in this case, we actually have 9 of these different rhythmic points, okay? So this is very important. 8th notes, 16th notes, and these triplets are going to constitute 99% of the subdivisions that you're going to encounter in real world music. So you really want to master these. Now, as a quick side note, odd subdivisions are actually the basis of swing music. So if you have music that goes like this, okay, which is a swing feel, actually these are triplets. It's a subdivision of 3. And I actually wrote it again here for you so you could really see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, does that make sense? So swing music is actually triplets, just written a little bit differently. You'll see this little marking here to say these are swung eighth notes. But just keep in mind, swing music is actually a triplet subdivision. Okay, I do also want to mention there are other ways you can subdivide a beat. You could actually subdivide a beat into 5, 6, or 7, but these are going to be the exception, not the norm. So if you really want to get confident with your rhythms, you really want to practice the primary subdivisions of 2, 3, and 4. But I just want to throw this out there. You will find other subdivisions, but again, it's not the norm. Okay, are you ready for the exercise? I'm going to teach you this exercise, but before we do this, if you're enjoying the lesson, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. Are you ready for the exercise? There are actually 3 different exercises in this lesson because you have your 2 subdivision exercise, your 3, and your 4, okay? And the exercise is actually pretty simple. What I like to do is start with a constant, okay? And for this one, I'm just using C and G in my left hand, okay? And I'm just going like root 5th, root 5th, root 5th, root 5th, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're dividing each beat into 2. So you could also count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But I like to count it as 8, okay? But just keep in mind, you're dividing each beat into 2. Now, your subdivisions will occur on these rhythmic points, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice where you put the G, those are all of the subdivisions, meaning they're the second half of the beat that many students struggle to play on. Now, on the right hand, you're going to break up your C add 2 chord, and I call this the rhythm differentiator, meaning you're going to practice all your rhythms in your right hand using the C add 2, and we're going to break up the chord. We're going to go D and G, C and E, D and G, C and E. That's it, okay? So what this creates is what I call a rhythmic template. And in the template, you have your constant, and then you've got your different rhythmic options in the right hand. So this is represented by this other note head figure. Again, this is a rhythmic figure in the right hand. Left hand is playing this constant, and you have 8 beats. Now, once you've established this, then you're going to want to do the exercise. And here's how the exercise goes. You're going to practice these different, what I call combination maps or rhythmic mapping. And what you're going to do is practice each of these 2-note combinations, 3-note combinations, and 4-note combinations over your constant. So remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the right hand, you're going to play 1, 2 for your first one. You see this one here? 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? And you combine them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what you're doing is you're practicing starting on beat 1, but then grabbing one of your subdivisions. Then you're going to do it on the 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? Now, as you're practicing each of these combinations, I also recommend that you try counting it by not counting all 8 beats, but instead only counting your main beats. So for this 1, 4 example, you could also count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm playing the second chord on the 4th point in the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm counting it with the primary beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So this is really the key for each of these exercises, is to first count it with all 8 of your points, and then try counting it with only 4 of your main beats. Then you're gonna do it on 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you'll do 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? So you're practicing these 2-note combinations, then you're gonna do 3-note combinations. So 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the difference there? And then 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does that make sense? And you can go through all of these. Finally, you have the 4-note combinations. And for these, you're going to hit 4 rhythmic spots, but 3 of the subdivisions. So for the first one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that make sense? And so what you're doing with this exercise is you're practicing grabbing all of those subdivisions in different combinations, 2-note, 3-note, and 4-note combinations. And what this will do for you is it will help you create an awareness of your subdivisions. So when you're playing music, you're not just feeling 1, 2, 3, 4, you're feeling all those in-between beats, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Does that make sense? And so this is the key, in my opinion, to mastering rhythm, is really creating an awareness of your subdivisions and practicing the most important ones. And once again, I do encourage you to practice each of these exercises by counting both your 8 beats and your 4 beats. So for example, on the first 4-note combination, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I encourage you to also count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can flip this exercise. You can actually make your right hand the constant, and you can make your left hand the rhythmic differentiator. Okay, so the right hand constant, I'm going to break up my C add 2 chord like I just taught you, and then in the left hand you're going to use root and fifth as your rhythm differentiator, C and G. So this creates your rhythmic template. That's going to look like this. And then you have all of these points in your left hand that you can practice your rhythm, okay? And again, this is represented by this rhythmic note head on the bottom. Right hand, you have this constant on your C add 2 chord. Now you can practice your combination maps. So let's do the 2-note combinations. We have our constant, okay? And then in my left hand, I can go 1, 2, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? And then you can try 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and it's really helpful to loop each one of these so you can sort of practice each one. Then you do your 3-note combinations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how I'm repeating the G. You could go C, G, C on each one of these rhythmic points. But the key here is to practice your rhythms. Once again, I encourage you to practice this exercise by also counting only to 4 instead of 8. So you're truly playing in between the beat. So this one you would play like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 4-note combinations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that make sense? And then the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how each one of these are a little bit different. And this is the key to this exercise, is variety, right? The more you practice each one of these subdivisions in different contexts, like 2-note, 3-note, and 4-note subdivisions, you're going to start to really master your awareness of subdivisions. Now, these are 2-note subdivisions. These were 8th notes. What about those triplets that I talked about earlier, where you have the 3-note subdivisions? Well, for this exercise, you're going to count to 6. Okay, so we're having 2 beats. Each beat is divided into 3. Okay, so if you start with your constant in your left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that make sense? But the true way to think of this is that these are just simple beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? So we're dividing each beat into 3, and you can count it different ways. You can count it as the beat, or you can count it as 6. Once again, the reason to count it as 6 is it's creating an awareness of the subdivision. And remember, most music is divided into 2s, 3s, and 4s. So where do your subdivisions occur? Well, on beats 2, 3, 5, and 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? So the 1 and the 4 are the beats. The 2, 3, 5, 6 are your off beats or the in-between beats, okay? Your rhythmic differentiator, same thing, right? It's your C add 2, and this creates your rhythmic template. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the right hand, you've got all of these different rhythmic options, and now you can practice your combination maps. Now, these combination maps are a little bit different, okay? For these ones, you've got different numbers here that represent those in-between beats, okay? So let's start with the 2-note count combination. We have 1, 2, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sense? Pretty simple. Next one, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 1, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. Makes sense? 3-note combinations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. How about the next one? 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this same one, but now we're only going to count the primary beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you do your 4-note combinations, and they're all written out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And here's the same one, but we're going to count the primary beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is something that you can practice. By the way, I also want to mention that the lesson sheet music is downloadable and printable. This lesson also comes with 3 downloadable backing tracks, which you could play along with for each of these exercises. All of these resources can be accessed by logging into the membership at pianowithjonny.com, and you'll see them at the bottom of the quick tip page. Okay, once again, you can flip this exercise to play it in different hands. So you could do your constant in your right hand, and then you can do your rhythmic differentiator in your left hand. The final thing I want to mention here is your 4s subdivision, okay? And remember I said music is oftentimes divided into 4, especially like funk music. Right, where you have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, every beat is divided into 4. So this is one of the more challenging subdivisions, is that on every beat, you've got 4 divisions, right? So if you had a measure of 4 beats, you actually have 16 different sort of rhythmic points that you can play. So for the sake of this exercise, we sort of condensed it down, and we're gonna only do 2 beats for this exercise. So you have 2 beats, but then you have 8 different rhythmic points, because every beat is divided into 4, okay? So your constant will be like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Or you can count it on every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your subdivisions will occur on 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. Does that make sense? Again, your beats are 1 and 5, and the in-between beats are those internal numbers. Now for the rhythmic differentiator, I like to use the C add 2. Really keeping it simple. You could use another chord, by the way. You could use like a C7, all right? If you wanted to sound a little bit bluesy like that, you could do that, okay? Rhythmic template, there's your constant, okay? And then you have 8 different rhythmic points in your right hand, and that's demonstrated here by these rhythmic note heads, okay? Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because you actually have quite a few combinations with your 4-note subdivisions, or your 16th notes. So I actually wrote this here on a separate page for you. I'll just do a few of these for you. The 2-note combinations are going to be here. And so let's do a few of these. We have our constant. Let's do 1, 2. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and by the way, as you practice these, you can also try not counting your subdivisions. So in this case, on the 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you could just count the beats. 1, 2, 1, 2. Does that make sense? So again, these are 16th notes. We're dividing every beat into 4, but you can count it differently. So as you're practicing this, I do encourage you to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just try the beats. I'll give you another example. 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's your 16th notes. Does that make sense? So it's a lot harder when you're counting the beats, because those internal beats, it can feel a little bit like, well, where exactly is this note going? That's why you count to 8, because now you have a representation for each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are your subdivisions, but you can also count the beats like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? And so once again, this is going to help you create an awareness of your subdivisions, and I promise if you go through these, it will help you so much in your playing. You'll start to understand those sort of more challenging grooves because you know where each of these subdivisions go. You can do 3-note combinations. I wrote them down here for you, and there are quite a few of them, so we're not going to go over all of them, but I'll do a few of them for you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, try counting your beats. On this one, it would go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? It gets tricky, and you can slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Again, you want to practice it both ways. The last way to practice this is with your 4-note combinations, okay? And there are many permutations of this. Again, it gets really tricky. We wrote out every permutation here that you can practice. I'll just do a couple here for you so you know what it sounds like, okay? First one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll count the beats on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the lesson, please let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have the full online learning curriculum for all playing levels. It's a ton of fun. We have an awesome community, so be sure to check it out, and I'll see you in the next one.